Our next guest is a Wednesday regular with us. She is a relationship coach. Ana Loiselle is back with us today.
I like that I'm a regular.
Well, you are. We love having you.
Thanks.
And we appreciate you being here.
Yeah.
The name of your, it's the Relationship Success Academy, right? Mm-hmm. Very good. Mm-hmm. And she has a program that helps people with their relationships and marriages and all of that. Good to have you back.
Thank you. Glad to be here. Been gone a couple weeks.
Yeah, you have been.
Mm-hmm. Been busy.
Yeah, I was in California for a training, so.
You work all over the country, don't you?
I do, yeah. Helping,
we're lucky
helping
to have
people.
you.
Yeah, and we've actually moved to the internet, and so that people can, do teleclasses or webinars, and so they don't have to be in the office. You don't have to be face to face to get good relationship skills and coaching.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so it makes it a lot easier for people, and it really, you can be in your jammies, or you can, from the comfort of your own home versus having to walk into somebody's office, and that can be a little bit intimidating too.
So if somebody lives 2 hours away from Albuquerque or wherever in New Mexico, you can service them on the internet, Skype, perhaps.
Right, Skype, or we do webinars that go, worldwide. Yeah, so you don't have to be in Albuquerque to get help. Yeah, that's nice.
For some people, and here we are, end of the year and all that, people really evaluate their lives and wonder if they're standing at some kind of crossroads in their marriage or their relationship, and they're trying to make some decisions and how to go forward, or what can I do to improve the marriage. And I think because of the calendar, people tend to do that right now. Do you see that?
I find that people often through the holidays are just trying to get through the holidays, but it is in the back of their mind.
Right.
And as soon as the first of the year comes, it's like, okay, you know what? I haven't been happy in the relationship. We haven't been getting along. We're really frustrated. We're disappointed. And then the first of the year, everybody's ready to make, it's the New Year resolution.
Either to go in or get out.
Right. Yeah. Right.
And I think that a lot of that drives at the new year, the new beginning, if you will.
The new beginning.
What can you do to save your marriage or save your relationship?
I think there's a lot that people can do. I think that people don't realize. Right now, what they think is the only option is to go to counseling, and there's a lot more options out there. I'm one of those options, is to come get coaching, and what we do is we build skills. The research shows that the reason why couples aren't able to stay together is because they lack skills in relationships. We've talked about this before on here, is that when have we ever had training in relationships? And yet
what school do you go to learn this stuff?
What school do you go to? I recently saw in a book, I believe it was, that it said if there was an advertisement for a job for a spouse, okay, so help wanted, right? Spouse. It would read no experience or previous or no experience or education needed.
Oh.
Right?
Yeah, you're right. That's exactly how it is.
I know, I laughed at that one. I was like, it's so true.
The list of qualifications kind of short,
Right. We want, when we're looking for a partner, we have a list of things that we want, right? Yeah. But we never say, geez, I'd like you to have a background and a little bit of, relationship education. We don't look for those things. And actually, it's really important, because if you don't have skills, you went to school to do your job. You went to school to do your job.
Sure.
But you don't go to school to learn how to be in a relationship. Well, of course, there's a lot of failure in that. We've got a really high divorce rate here.
It really is. And they aren't always hopeless. And that's why you're here. And that's why, there are solutions.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. I honestly think that any marriage can be saved. With the exception of, if there's domestic violence or infidelity can be some issues, or addiction issues. That definitely, those are some tough things to conquer. But if we're talking about, look, we just can't get along, we're arguing, I don't feel seen or heard from my partner, those, we can overcome those things. It's just about learning how, and do you want to?
Yeah, and I think that's one of the big steps, is a lot of people sometimes become lazy in relationships and, I just don't want to do this anymore.
It can be.
And if you are at that point, is that too late?
Yeah, you get to decide. I think it costs more to get a divorce, right?
Yeah,
I mean,
no.
financially,
Very
it can
expensive.
be very expensive to get a
Yeah.
divorce,
Yes, it
and
can.
so I think you want to think about that. Is it more expensive to get a divorce, or is it, going to be easier to get the skills? Because here's the challenge: if you go get a divorce now, get into another relationship, and you didn't take the time between here and there to get any relationship skills, the likelihood of getting a divorce again is really high.
Yeah.
Ana has a whole program on all of this. You go to her website and check it out. I've known Ana for several years. She's the real deal. So check it out at analoiselle.com.